How does your upbringing look like? Because, I mean, you're a Messianic Jew now. You are sold out for Jesus, but your childhood, how did that look?
Yeah, I was raised in a. I mean, most Jewish people in America are raised are not observant. They're raised. It's like being Catholic. They're raised in a. It's their culture, you know.
Hmm.
So, I went to synagogue. I went to Hebrew school. I learned about the Bible. The Old Testament. My father escaped Hitler. As a kid, so came out of there, and my mother's family escaped Russia, the Tsar. With Jewish people, you're always escaping, and they're both scientists. They met as they were studying for their PhD as scientists, and so I'm raised in a secular Jewish home, where we did go to synagogue for the holidays, and again I did go to Hebrew school. We did celebrate the holidays at home as well, but it wasn't like I was raised with any real sense of or knowledge of God. I had a sense of God, but not from not from what was around me. But when I was 8 years old, I didn't see God in the synagogue, the God of the Bible. I didn't see him in the synagogue. The rabbi didn't get up and say, "Hey, God spoke to me. He moved on me," like with David. Didn't happen. So I became an atheist at 8 years old, and as time went on. I started saying, wait, atheism doesn't work. There's got to be a reason. And I started seeking truth from wherever it would be. I got books on science, religion, UFOs, the occult, every Nostradamus, everything. One day I picked up a book. I thought it was a UFO book. And it was The Late Great Planet Earth by Hal Lindsey, which is all about Bible prophecy coming true now. I had no idea of this. Nobody ever told me that. I was like blown away. Wow, this is coming true. Israel back and all these things happening. Blown away. So it started. I started changing. I started believing in my head, and I started believe. Then it was like, no, just that. It's about Jesus, because it's all coming to Him. I'm looking at the Bible we had in the house, which is the Hebrew Scriptures, and I'm looking at all the prophecies of Messiah born in Bethlehem. I thought that's Catholic. How did that get in our Bible? He died for our sins and all. So I said, wait a minute, it's Jesus. He's the Messiah, Yeshua. But I didn't want to live it. I thought if I live it, I'm going to have to join a monastery. That's the end of my life. So I made a deal with God. I said, if you give me a long life, I'll accept you on my deathbed. And so right after I made that deal, I almost got twice. First time was a car accident. Second time I'm in a Ford Pinto heading to a train track at night, and the light's going on, but I thought people are crossing. I thought maybe the train passed or it's broken. Let me check. So I'm going up, and there was no protection on that railroad. It was on a bumpy thing. You didn't even know where you were at night. And I look and I see a light, and it's the train. And I didn't realize it, but I was on the track. And so I'm on the track.